YouTube, it's me again, ElleAura, or Keto Queen YYC. I'm a registered nurse and keto coach, and I'm here today to tell you guys about fasting. So fasting, a lot of people think it's super scary. It's probably unhealthy, you're starving yourself, and it's gonna screw up your metabolism. That isn't true. I'm here to tell you how healthy it is. I'm going to give you some hacks. I'm gonna tell you about my experience and how to get started. Fasting has a ton of benefits. So you guys may have heard that fat loss is a benefit of fasting. No, it's not going to screw up your metabolism or your health. Very safe, and it actually is super incredible for anti-aging and against things like cancer and neurodegenerative diseases. How does that happen? There's this process called autophagy, which in Greek means cells cleaning. I think I got that right. What it really means is that your cells are repairing. They're kind of like recycling, and you're getting rid of the old cells and you're making room for the new cells. This is super duper important because failure to get rid of damaged cells causes things like cancer and neurodegenerative disease, accelerated aging, and we don't want none of that. Other benefits of fasting is increasing your human growth hormone. So that is also really awesome for aging. So how do you get started with fasting? I recommend don't start everything at once because you might stress yourself out and you might fail and give up and then eat all the cookies. So be gracious on yourself, 1% better every day, and just know that you might slip up, but dust yourself off and get back up. So how I personally started, I started in university. I did tons of fasting where I was doing juice fasting. It was healthy, but there's a better way to do it. I was literally drinking sugar and carbs all day, juicing fruit and vegetables. Some of the blends were disgusting, but it was a great experience. But the sugars would spike in my body and they'd crash and I'd get super hangry. So I'm super grateful. That isn't the way I'm doing it anymore. I found a product called ketones. So it's awesome for appetite suppression and gives you energy. So that's actually where I started my 40 pounds down journey. I started drinking ketones, then I later added in the keto diet, and then I later added in intermittent fasting. If you want to do all three, I super duper duper recommend because it's super healthy, but to kind of do all of them at once can be a little challenging. So like I said, be gracious on yourself. A common way that people fast is something called 16-8. That sounds confusing, and when you hear the numbers and break it down, it sounds pretty overwhelming, but it's actually a lot easier once you get started, and I'm going to give you guys some hacks to help you ease into fasting. 16-8 means 16 hours not eating and 8 hours of eating. No, don't eat 8 hours straight. That is not going to be good for your insulin response in your body or your metabolism. There is a lot of research about doing 2 meals and no snacks, and that is even better for your metabolism. So if you break down 16-8, you would be doing your first meal or fat coffee. I choose keto cream. I'll put a link down below for the products that I'm using. Around 11 a.m., you would finish eating at 7 or 8. Depends when you started. So you have an 8-hour window. You're easing into this, so don't stress yourself. So what I personally do is I wake up, have a water, and then have my keto nat. Keto nat has 50 calories. So you are able to drink that ketone product without breaking your fast. Other things that people may use to support is things like coffee, tea, or like a bone broth or a broth. These are healthy if you don't add a bunch of cream and sugar, and they can have less than 50 calories, but do look it up to make sure the product or drink you're using is not going to kick you out of the fast. When I drink my ketones, I have amazing energy. I'm in ketosis within the hour, so my appetite is super low and I just go through my day get busy doing things and I forget that I'm hungry. In the beginning, it was a little bit more challenging, but sometimes it's like I have my first meal at 3 p.m. just because I'm busy and drinking my water. Lots of water, that's a really important thing. So when I have had my ketones, maybe around 11, 12, or 1, that's when I'll have my fat coffee or keto cream. You can look up some recipes for fat coffees. You can make your own, or the keto cream product has collagen, tons of vitamins, DNA repair, and MCT oil. MCT oil and coconut oil do break down into a small form of ketones as well. So it is a really good thing to have. And all of those ingredients are good for aging, hair, skin, and nails too, and joints. So definitely have some sort of fat coffee and MCT oil in your life. The fat coffee though will break your fast because most of them are around 200 calories. So like I said, less than 50 is the goal to not break your fast and get the maximum benefits of fasting. But the good thing about fat coffees is they make you feel really full. When you have that fat coffee, you can treat it as a meal, like it's your breakfast. And then later you'll have your lunch and dinner. Like I said before, 2 meals, no snacks is best. Seems scary because a lot of us in the Western diet have 6 meals a day, or 6 times of eating, 3 meals and 3 snacks, which is constantly causing an insulin response, which is not good for your metabolism and is not allowing your body any chance to do any autophagy or cleaning of the cells for the amazing health benefits and anti-aging. So how do you get started? If you don't have your ketones or a fat coffee, I recommend getting them because it does make it a lot easier. But you can just start by waking up, having a big glass of water. And if you're one of those people that usually eats at 7 a.m. and you're starving at that time, do push your meal an hour by hour and slowly further away towards that 11 a.m. mark. You don't have to wake up one day and then just be a fasting machine. That's probably not going to happen anyways, so just allow yourself the time and be patient. And it's still really healthy for you, even if you're just pushing it an hour. So maybe that one day you're gonna have your meal at 8 a.m. and the next day 9 a.m. and so on. But some people it might take several days to even make an hour adjustment, and that's fine. Just one foot in front of the other, guys. When you're having 2 meals and no snacks, you can pair your snack foods with your meals. That's not going to cause the insulin response, and it will be awesome for your metabolism, and you can have awesome snacks. I love like the Keto for All boxes, and I get lots of keto snacks all the time because they're just super delicious and keeps things fun, right? Depending on what time you started, you're going to have your last meal at 6, 7, or 8 p.m. or be done eating by then, I should say. And then your fasting window of 16 hours starts. So 16 hours fasting, 8 hours of eating. You can, still do your 6 times eating and drop a meal and drop a snack and slowly just make your way towards the 2 meals and no snacks. Rome wasn't built in a day, friends. If you guys have health conditions, please do your own research and do follow up with your doctor so you are doing this the safest way possible. This is not recommended for pregnancy, and you have to be careful if you're breastfeeding that you don't decrease your milk supply. There is research that says that fasting 16 to 8 daily intermittent fasting is amazing for your health. Some people choose to do it less often. You can fast 24 hours a week, which seems scary, but that would be a dinner to dinner fast. If you feel ready for it, go for it. I've done this many times and it's not as hard as it looks, especially if you're very well hydrated. Drink half your weight in ounces in water every single day. Super important. And also 60-hour fasting a month is amazing. There's tons of health benefits. I use a system called the Reboot. It is super helpful with tons of bone broth and ketones. So there is lots of hacks to get you guys started, but just get going. I'll put some information down below with some different links of the products that I use, but please guys comment what you found helpful from this video, what your experience is with fasting, if you've started, if you've failed, if you've tried different fasts before, how you feel, how often you fast, and please comment questions. I super appreciate your guys' support, so please like this video. There's going to be tons of content upcoming. Thank you again for watching, and I will say ciao for now.